What a wonderful day. Shiny. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Biomutant Dark Path with me. Well, let's go. This is probably my favorite of the World Eater boss fights. With one exception. Again, I'm not the biggest fan that you don't get a better gun for this, so I will be dropping the Scarlet Shredders for this fight just so I can use my rifle. Hey. How are you, honey? What are you up to? How come you're not in school today? Or right now, or whatever. Ah, screw it. There's no falling damage in this game. There really should be falling damage in this game, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, jeez, I guess I did... Oh yeah, I just woke up from a nap, and I didn't realize what time it was. I should probably have gotten some lunch for myself. Oh well. Oh well. Yes, you're right. Falling damage was mutated out. Where are the control sticks on this thing?
Ha. 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 Oh, I can summon Pee-wee here, can I? Huh. You know, not on the other side of the map. You know. Yeah, whatever.
See that rubber scrap? That'll add a bit of bounce for you.
I don't tear down bridges. I tear down walls. Hello, Hoof Puff. I have a very big joke I'm going to have to make, considering since I'm doing the dark path, I'm not actually going to kill you this time, but yeah, I'll make that joke once we get far enough into the fight. Well, that went very close. But, ow. Good gravy. Alright, I gotta shoot. That's right, I gotta shoot your boils first. Instead of the rifle, I need to be using my two guns so I can shoot faster. Wait, can I use two guns on one mount? Yeah, I've got both my guns in my hand. Yep. That. Oh yeah, I need to dodge that. So, yeah, he is cute. So the entire point of this fight is we're trying to pull his teeth out. But since we're not going to actually be killing him, since, like I said, it's the dark path, we want to keep him alive to, you know, keep eating the world tree. How is that going to be possible if he doesn't have any teeth to chew the tree with anymore? I don't think actually now. These guns aren't much better because they don't have good range. Right, range is why I want my rifle out instead of my shurikens. weapons. Okay, I gotta admit, he's opening his mouth to make himself vulnerable to having his teeth pulled a lot more, at least a lot more frequently than he did last time I fought this guy. Yeah, I guess we could get him dentures after this. Forgot about this. Oh, wow. It actually got me. We're just going. That was probably the quickest reload the game has done for me this whole playthrough. Didn't even have time to take a swig. Oh no! Oh, looks like I'm Empire Strikes. Oh, wait, I goofed up the wrong button, so we got out of the leg bind. Peacock feathers are dead. Yep. Hazardous goo. It's a good thing I'm like completely and utterly immune to every type of you know, thing out there. I mean, like, seriously, just look at my well-toned stats. I'm not even wearing any of the special suits. Oh no, they're gonna eat my sweaters. Oh no, the Empire's striking back. Okay, I know that, you know, it looks like I'm shooting his boils, but given where they're placed, I suppose technically I'm just punching him in the knees. I don't blame anyone for calling out in pain for getting capped in the knee. Well, thanks to you, I have to eat this world tree root through a straw. Thanks, Dick.
That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go. Zata.
Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final. This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Take control of the situation and make sure your goals become his. Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again.
Sure.
Noko knows she's known.
Pala.
Understand.
Well, I can put my rifle away and get out my shredders. Because this gun's not edgy enough for me. What the? Where? Hold on, where's my... Yeah, how did those get unfavored? There, I've got them, that's what matters.
It's like a whole different world down here. Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. It's in your nature to hope for the best but prepare for the worst, but it's likely a meet. He'll point you in the... Lupalupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once. He knows he said it before, but the time... You should get over there. Come face to face with...
I could have sworn I've already been given... He already gave me the quest to go pummel Lupalupin. But, you know, I think I'll do that before I move on to World Eater 3. 4. I just beat the third one. Dun, 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 dun. Potentially endgame. Well, you have to fight Lupalupin once before, and then you'll fight him again for the which is what ends the game. So this is my first time fighting Lupalupin, because this playthrough I didn't catch Lupalupin trying to eat a Ganote, so I didn't get that mount, but that's fine because I've got plenty of other demons spawn this time. Okay. Hold on. Let's let Sergeant Pepper come back out of retirement. Yeah, sure, what's up?
Figures most maybe don't have a good... They have a pal who... Not sure why they're having so much trouble. Says the...
Oh, wait. I keep trying to... Well, I don't have Beelzebub in this playthrough. Beelzebub was in the last game. Besides, I figure this way, Sergeant Pepper can keep an eye on me.
Lupalupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains.
I kind of feel like
Tread
that was
carefully
there
here.
because
is
if I just
Looper
happened to
Lupin's
stumble
talent.
across this place on
Could
my
this
own,
thing
that would
steer
have played.
itself?
Just to reiterate, but I digress. Honestly, I would very much love to see a sequel to this game with a bit more polish, just because it's a good game, but it does very much have kind of the feel of first-time game, you know, kind of like the first Assassin's Creed or whatever.
Looper Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're like your mother. You would have made the same decision and taken the same action she did. You're a killer too. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Looper Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're supposed to sympathize with Lupin to an extent. And it is a complaint I have about the game, because I feel like this is kind of meant to mirror, like, the real-world issues of farmers killing off natural predators just due to the fact that they're feeding on their livestock. But it doesn't work quite as well due to the fact that Lupin and his mom were completely sentient creatures. Not exactly the same thing. However, it's also made supposed to be, it's like, yeah, Lupin is meant to mirror the main character, because the entire point of any time Lupin's been brought up in conversation, you're given the options of saying you want revenge or you're willing to forgive. Again, trying to kind of mirror the two of you, because he could not, or dare I say, he would not forgive what happened to him. He was very much a case of just, my pain is, you know, more important than anyone else's pain. I don't think I'm ever going to do the Psy-Freak again, just because I keep forgetting I even have my psionic powers. It feels so much more natural to go at him using my fists and my ranged weapons.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting that I have these. Plus, I think it's kind of weird that even the Tree of Life seems to take issue with Lupa-Lupin, which I also think is kind of silly, because it's like, so what are you trying to say about hunters? Correction, not hunters, carnivores. Because there's plenty of other creatures that are carnivores. Are you just trying to...
How
This game just trying to say that creatures that
have any
are smart enough to know better shouldn't hunt? I mean, maybe. My next question is, why does he... This is something that I've never understood, is why does he have that weapon? It's like, it was taken from... Yeah, that's the weapon I made when I was a kid, sure. But that weapon was taken from me by...
You can add all those parts to your collection.
My mom's fellow students, not Lupa-Lupin. So I don't get why that's here. Gatsby, is this pet... Is this a PETA game in disguise? I don't know. I don't know. It potential... Maybe it's a PETA game in disguise. I don't know. I like it well enough on... I like it... I think it's a good enough game, even if it is one. It definitely doesn't ruin it, but... It is one of those things that, quite frankly, just could have maybe used another draft or two to fully flesh it out. Yes, I know I have my own glider, but... He killed them, I guess. Yep. But I haven't used Chi-Chi in a while, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring in Chi-Chi to glide across the gap.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war. The last World Eater has... He guessed someone with your dark perspective and key would Regardless, Out of Date... Out of...
See,
Only time will tell what the future holds. And if it... Out of Date...
Yeah, this is something I actually do find mildly funny. Because, yeah, this playthrough, I absolutely did do the Tribe War first. But anyone who's here for my last stream would know that I did kill the World Eaters first. But I guess because I did, like, one aspect of the Tribe War first... He was still like, oh, you did the World Eater thing first. You did the Tribe War first.
Doesn't riding a beast like this feel good?
Hey, boss, you know you can run faster than me, right? Shut up, Chi-Chi. Pepper just clipped out of existence. Pepper saw me coming and was like, nope. And actually, one thing I do still find kind of amusing, what does make me love this game a bit more, this is my second playthrough on stream, and there are still 2 quests that I remember very distinctly from my initial playthrough of this game that I still haven't even come across. Once again,
that's enough quacks to sustain the Googlite.
Despite the fact that my playthrough that I didn't stream, I didn't meet over half.
Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out of Date's leg. After that, Out of Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make... He seems happy to talk. Wouldn't be.
What? Oh, you actually gonna use me? It's just you kind of ditched me the second you got Pee-wee. Just point my gun to my speeder, my bike. Mike, shut up. You're not one of my adorable pets. I love you, honey. Thanks for coming for even a little bit. Have I gotten that?
Yeah.
Might have
The
gotten that.
future is in your hands, so take care of it.
But yeah, this playthrough is the only one I've ever gotten that has let me get that, you know, goofy looking shell attachment that I got on one of my pistols. So yeah. No. Take that. Wait a second. I might still need to use my rifle for this fight too, since I've... You know, in hindsight, I realized I think just the MK mech and
Let's
then...
see.
Yeah, so actually... guess a lot of mounts I have to still use my gun. Oh, maybe I have done this one. Okay. Just figured I might as well. I don't plan on coming back here. Grab the resource totem. Or the fast travel totem. That did the thing. Actually, what is this? I'm kind of curious. Okay.
The place looks rough, but it might still be worth exploring. Just check that scronk out. The rain's making it. That's unique. A string plant that survived the long ago. It's tune pushers we used
Okay, now
to
that I
inflict
remember that this is
ear
a
feels.
piano, that the
Let's find
goofy
out if it still
term
works.
makes
You need to get the
sense.
notes in harmony to make the music to anyone's ear.
Did I only get experience from that? I mean, don't get me wrong. Leveling up gives me plenty in this game. It's just normally all the other ones you get some kind of additional reward. And where's that biohazard container? I really want that. guess what I could do is like, meh. Until I get like better gear, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Oh, yep. That's the place that I using basically the Yoshi sacrifice mentality crossed the broken highway rather than going in the correct way.
It's the porky puff nibbling bark. It took quite a liking to the crunchy stuff after munching down Out-of-Date's leg.
I'm still amazed that Out of Date only lost his leg. Yep. Rifle, I need range. Oh yeah, right.
Hook the boom ball and tow it beneath the puff. Unleash the quacks.
This strategy was a quack.
Ain't that cute? A toothy playing with quacks.
This is definitely my least favorite World Eater fight. Just 'cause it's kind of... That's the hardest to control, so I definitely feel like I'm
Feel it. It's the brisk wind of change. Don't let this opportunity slide.
This is the one boss fight that has a definitive phase 2, so that's kind of fun. I love the fact that, you know, in that bit with Goop pulling you back, they just have the goo glide back in its most basic design. Just for no real reason, just now it's just a very basic design.
That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time. You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you.
Well, I'd hope
Just
so.
make
I
sure
am
you
the
don't
main
let
character.
anyone but yourself control your destiny. It's time to return to...
Hey, Goop. How are you, Goop?
Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't... Says you...
It's definitely the... I imagine Out of Date is not happy about the World Eater that ate his leg
almost over.
being the closest to the his base of operations. Still not... I know I keep complaining about this, but I genuinely don't understand what exactly it is we're doing with the World Eaters in this route. It's like, I get it, we want them to eat the tree, but how does moving them from there to here change much of anything? Excuse me.
Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are... The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel... If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, dark-souled beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupa Lupin's stopped for good. The tree settled its score. He says you need to see Lupa Lupa.
One second. No, not what I meant. I want to go this way to my journal. Okay, journal. I barely got any of the Goo Glide boxes playthrough. Oh yeah, I never did take the bone back to... Oh well. Yeah. As just like last time, you know what? It'd all just be kind of a lot of the same stuff, so
underground.
Let's just gear up for the end of the dark path. So I can actually see what the dark path has in store for me. You ready to end this journey, Pepper? Pepper says, oh, dear God, yes.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupa Lupin did, but he also wants to... Now that the world as we know it seems to end, he wants to make... He hopes you agree. There's no room for predators in the world the Jagni tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it.
Seriously? It makes
Lupa
sense why
Lupin's own fear was his
these
shackles, not the
guys
roots
would
of
say
the tree.
something so...
It just changed him.
Because again, it doesn't address the fact that we've encountered plenty of wild animals who are predators, you know? I mean, kind of, it does make you wonder, like Abby speculated, it's like, is this like a PETA game? You know, them being like, well, intelligent creatures can choose not to hunt? I don't know. I just wish it could have been handled a little better. Do I think it's bad? No, it's just not as deep as I think it needed to be for the type of story this was going for. that are we just needed to encounter Loop-a-Loopin a bit more, not just... I mean, I guess it helps that, you know, every time you meet an NPC, all of them talk about Loop-a-Loopin and your relationship to him. So it's not like he's completely apt. I guess they were trying to do the whole... While he's not always there, he's talked about... What was the point of that?
Step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor?
I mean, that would be great if he was part... If, you know, the rest of the Jagneys weren't already fighting. It's like, I appreciate the help, Sifu, but I had Stan helping me before, so...
If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target.
I was a target from the beginning. I am doing nothing, and he's awake now. You know, in some ways, I should probably be using the Edgelord sword for this, just to continue my dark whatever, but meh. The Edgelord sword's not for finishing personal disputes. It was just for solving the tribe war.
Me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power.
Times like this, a little raccoon creature could use an overpowered machine gun. Seriously, that, you know, that radioactive saw blade thrower from... Oh my.
The more he does, the stronger he becomes.
Okay, yeah, better range is definitely helping here, shall we say. And I'm really glad I kind of forgot I didn't end up using those shotguns like I initially planned on in my when I first started, because, oh man. In fights like this, when you can't really get that close for that long, a gun that's got shit for range,
It's time you
not
remember
have
who the real
been very
enemy
fun to
is
play
and
through this
stop
game with.
playing the game his way.
I feel ashamed. I had to do this final fight without committing to non-minimalistic, edgy attire.
This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death. And only you can make a difference.
Ruining someone else's life for revenge comes with a price. There's no change of heart this time. I hope it was worth it.
Change of heart. There was only ever one way this choice was going to be made, the right one.
The right choice. Doing good and keep doing good all the way until the end would have been best.
The best? That's justice. And the justice we deserved was revenge. We got
Yeah, revenge and justice are never the same thing. Just, I really want
We
to...
all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand.
Huh. So, near as I can tell, the only difference besides, you know, getting dark aura and whatnot with that scene was we don't see Loopalupin starting to breathe again. At least I think that's what happened. Like I said, I genuinely thought we killed him no matter what. I thought, in the last playthrough, I thought it was just how we chose to
Do you
say goodbye.
wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You saw a world drenched in its own cruelty and didn't sway from your path. And so, a great cataclysm draws close. Life doesn't care about heroes and happy endings. Bad things can lead to good. A seed of life, the beginning of something new. You balanced the dark within a world imbalanced in its light nature and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Jagni tribe and became omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This is how it begins. The world's headed towards rebirth of a primal paradise as evolution paves way. We're at the mercy of nature. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow.
Sorry, I kind of want to watch this for a second. It's out of date. Boom. Maya. Gizmo. Wobbo. Okay, I'm fairly certain that's just supposed to be the roots crashing and burning, but shit, it looks like the world itself is tearing itself apart. go. Time to go. Let's go. Holy hell. Wow. Holy shit.
But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey.
I just feel bad for, since I'll be leaving Goop and Nova behind to die. You're still floating! Oh my goodness. Who knows, maybe Moog will be able to survive this. Sorry for
Is
leaving
there
you.
a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their dark nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your dark nature and let the world end to start anew. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.
So, it seems that the actual narration from the narrator only changed slightly. Because the ending of something new was either the same or at least similarly enough. This does also raise my beef with your Sifu automatically coming with you. Because much like, just in both cases, they talk about bringing about a new world, but yet they're not staying behind to make sure their world that they want to create gets created, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting something so drastically dramatic as literally the tree exploding and the world catching fire. That was... Damn, that was nuts. I definitely do plan on doing another stream where I try to be as in the middle as humanly possible. Just because I kind of... I need to see what that's like. Anyway, on the one hand, it was nice being able to bring Gizmo finally, and it was kind of cool bringing Labo and Maya, but yikes, I do not know if that ending was worth those characters. Anyway, if you want to join the Discord, there's a link in the description, and I'm not sure when, but I'll see you then. Goodbye, and fuck.